power theory is because when Krillin first saw in original Dragon Ball, Goku goes through a similar experience what he did in Namek. He experienced the similar emotions. However, he doesn't transform into a Super Saiyan. And the reason why he doesn't transform into a Super Saiyan in that occasion is because Goku had not reached the power required to become a Super Saiyan. And I really believe that the most important thing in order for somebody to become a Super Saiyan is to reach that level of power that you need, that is required to become a Super Saiyan. I truly believe that that was the reason why we didn't see any Super Saiyan before Goku. Because the reason why nobody in the Saiyan race before had reached the Super Saiyan transformation before was because they didn't train. So because they didn't train, and they never pushed themselves to the level of that is required to become a Super Saiyan. And another evidence that I have that you need to have such a level of power to become a Super Saiyan, that you need to reach some level of power to become a Super Saiyan, is the fact of Broly. Broly just becomes a Super Saiyan. He was born with the power to become a Super Saiyan because he was born with the power required to become a Super Saiyan. So to me, I laugh when I hear people talk about the 50 plus multiplier, because I don't know how much Super Saiyan reaches somebody else's power, but I truly believe that doesn't matter, because I think Super Saiyan, the power that the Super Saiyan receive is relatively the same among all people who achieve the transformation for the first time. Because you have to, before you reach Super Saiyan, you have to reach some level of power that is where the Super Saiyan transformation becomes available to you. So I really believe that most Super Saiyans, Gohan, Trunks, Future Trunks, all of them, and Vegeta have a similar level of power when they're first transformed into a Super Saiyan. I want to hear what you guys have to say, because this is something that I'm really passionate about. Like I said, I believe that Broly was born with the power level required from birth to become a Super Saiyan, because I don't think that you need to have a pure heart to become a Super Saiyan. I believe the most important aspect for somebody to achieve the transformation of a Super Saiyan is to have the required level of power that you need to become a Super Saiyan. And that is why not many people in the past have become Super Saiyan before Goku, because the Saiyan race was known for not like training, and like they believe they were the best, and they didn't believe in training. And I think that was why they didn't reach the Super Saiyan. It's probably going to be another hot take, but I think Trunks and Goten can defeat dynamic if they transform in Super Saiyan. Because like I was saying before, in order for a Saiyan to become a Super Saiyan, they need to reach some level of power first. And I think that Trunks and Goten reach a level of power. They probably were born with a level of power, and that is why they can become a Super Saiyan so easy. It's not because they were raised on Earth, and because they live a peaceful life. Yeah, that has something to do with it. But if that were true, why Gohan didn't transform in a Super Saiyan when he first met Raditz? Because he could have. Because in order for you to become Super Saiyan, I believe two things need to be true. The first is you need to have a dramatic experience, like what happened with Goku and Namek. And the second one, you need to reach some level of power. I don't know what the threshold is, but I guess Goku reached that threshold of power in Namek. And that is why I believe, and that is what I believe that a lot of Saiyans who live in planet Vegeta did not reach Super Saiyan, because although they might have experienced a lot of hardship that could be a trigger to becoming Super Saiyan, they never reached the level of power required to be a Super Saiyan. When Goku and Gohan both trained together in the room experiencing time, Goku discovered something that not many people realize about the Super Saiyan. What Goku realized about the Super Saiyan is that in order for you to increase Super Saiyan, you have to increase S cells in your body. And how you increase the S cells in your body? There are two main ways that you do that. You do it through training, and the other way is to maintain the Super Saiyan, like it's your base form, so your body becomes accustomed to the Super Saiyan. And that is why I don't necessarily buy the idea that Goku became much stronger between the events of Battle of God and C, because I think after Goku achieved the Super Saiyan, he quit training his base form. I think Goku mainly focused on perfecting the Super Saiyan transformation. Because what I really think is that we fans see the Super Saiyan transformation in the wrong way. I think that the Super Saiyan it's just one transformation, and that the Super Saiyan 3 is basically the combination of Super Saiyan. But I think that we fans don't see that way. But to me, that is the way that it should be viewed. View Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3. It's just one transformation, and every phase of that transformation is just the same transformation, but perfected to a new level. Every time that the Super Saiyan reaches new S cells in their body, they can reach a new level of transformation. But I think at the end of the day, all the transformation from 1 to 3 are basically the same transformation. People claim that the Super Saiyan transformation increases the power by 50%, but in actuality, that is impossible to quantify. How do we know that is true? We don't know that. That is a fine assumption about the transformation, but Toriyama never stated that himself. I know people are going to tell me some guy somewhere stated that, but that is a guy. That is not Toriyama. We don't know if Toriyama even was involved. And if Toriyama was involved in those guys, he probably just approved it without giving it too much thought. So it's not like Toriyama was like really invested in the numbers like we fans are. So I really hate when I see people talk about the Super Saiyan multiplier, because we don't know if the Super Saiyan has a multiplier. For all that we know, the power that somebody receives as a Super Saiyan could be a fixed amount that everybody receive equal or similar power when they transfer to Super Saiyan. And I think that is much close to reality that we might realize.